celebrated poets and writers. Patrick Kavanagh was born on a farm in County Monaghan. His family farmhouse was located in a hilly countryside near a bog. He grew up as part of a community and knew his neighbours well. They included the Cassidys, Lennons and Callums, who were all fed within this pool. The Kavanaghs were small farmers who milked cows, grew their own potatoes, saved their own hay and straw, had little orchards and outhouses, all indicated in the poem.
His family were Catholic. Sunday Mass and Christmas were important events in his family life, as we hear in the poem. Kavanagh's imagination pictured parts of the home area in terms of the Christmas story as told in the Bible. We hope you enjoy.
One side of the potato pits was white with frost. How wonderful that was, how wonderful. And when we put our ears to the peeling post, the music that came out was magical.
The light between the ricks of hay and straw was a hole in heaven's gable. An apple tree with its December glinting fruit we saw. Oh, you me for the world that tempted me. To eat the knowledge that grew in clay and death the germ within it. Now and then I can remember something about the gay garden that was childhood's again.
The tracks of cattle to a drinking place, a green stone lying sideways in the ditch, or any common sight that transfigured face with a beauty the world did not touch.
Grandfather plays the melodeon outside our gate. There are stars in the morning mist, and they're dancing to the music.
Across the wide walls, this motion called to Lennons and Callums. As I pulled on my trousers in a hurry, I knew some strange thing had happened.
Outside in the cow house, my mother made the music of milking. The light of her stable lamp was a star, and the frost of Bethlehem made a twinkle.
A water hen screeched in the bog, masculine feet crunched away for ice in the potholes. Somebody wistfully twisted the bell's ring.
My child poet picked out the letters on the grey stone. In silver, a wonder of a Christmas town land, the winking glitter of a frosty dawn.
Cassiopeia was over Cassidy's hanging hill. I looked, and 3 wind bushes rolled across the horizon, the 3 wise kings.
An old man passing by said, "Can't he make a talk?" The melodeon. I hid in the doorway and tied the belt on my box-beater coat.
I knit 6 nicks on the doorpost with my penhouse big blade. There's a little one for cutting tobacco, and I have 6 Christmases of age.
My father played the melodeon, and mother milked the cows, and I had a play like the light was pin and a very nose blouse.
Shout it from the
19th century, Donegal had the largest number of groups of Christmas rhymers or mummers as they are called elsewhere in the country. The rhymers consisted of a group of about 6 local people who performed a short play lasting no more than 10 minutes. The play was written in good verse and featured figures representing good and evil. Their distinguishing feature was that they were disguised and they went to great lengths to hide their identity during the performance.
At the end of the performance, there was a collection usually for charity. Active groups died out in the shore in the 1950s, but there have been revivals in parts of Donegal in the 1990s, especially in Glengad and Hornhead. The Glengad group disappeared, but they came to the attention of the Folklore Commission in Dublin. We sent up 2 officials to record the performance, which is now archivad. Please enjoy the performance.
Come, brum, brum, give my gallant voice room to rhyme. We'll show your activity in the Christmas time. Activity in, activity out. The devil's such activity you never seen any man's else. We are the mummers that walk the street. We are the mummers that beat all we meet. We beat united, beat 4 score. The devil's such a beating as I never got before. And if you don't believe, now I say, here's Prince George.
Here I come, Prince George, out of England. I have fled. I fed my horse to oats and hay, and afterwards he ran away. I fought in England, France and Spain, and now I'm here to fight again. Now who's the man that dares me stand?
I will the man that dares you stand.
And who are you but a poor silly lad?
And who are you but an ignorant prince of British laws? I'll draw my bloody weapon for Irish laws. Doctor, doctor.
I can hear the play go in and the play go out, the Pepsi, Popsy and the gout. I have a little bottle here in my waistcoat half a pocket. Have a sup, Prince George, and rise and fight your battles again.
Thank you, Doctor.
And if you don't believe in it, I'll say, enter in Joe Butcher.
Here I come, Joe the butcher, with me knife and with me steel. I strip an old cow from her head to her heel. Strip her, slice her, or do what I can, for a penny or tuppence to bury the ram. And if you don't believe in all I say, enter in here, slick slack.
Here I go, slick, slack, wife and kids on my back. I think it's only good out, but more than fiddle. And a man had beat the devil, and if you don't believe in all I say, enter here, get the devil.
Here I come, little devil, and little devil out. Stick my dummy in the back of my mouth. Too much for one, too little for two, so what the hell am I to do? It's money I want, it's money I crave. If you don't give me money, I'll send you all to your graves. And if you don't believe in all I say, enter in here, the rain.
Here I come, the red, king of all birds. On St. Stephen's Day I was calling the furs. Although I am little, my family is great. Rise up Monday night and give us a feast. Up at the kettle and down at the pan. Give a few pence to bury the wren. And I will dip my wings in a ball of cheer. And I wish you all happy new year. And if you don't believe in all I say, enter the family active.
Here I come, Andy Andy. When I was young, I used to work for sugar and candy, and now I write for the beaver and dandy. And if you don't believe in all I have to say, enter here for Tommy Fool. Here I come, for Tommy Fool, sure I brought along my supermarket. Just grab a little basket, you all know the rules. I have some lovely dash to wash your watching down, Christmas crackers for to share, and I even brought blue ribbons to dye the old woman's hair. Now here's me bladder and here's me staff. Throughout my life I've always loved to see the man is happy and the chisellers laugh. So, all the ladies and gentlemen sitting round the fire, put your hands to your hearts and get the fondest desire. All silver, no brass, back over my little box won't pass. So I hope you all good order keep and pleasure to impart. For our intent is merry and pleasure to them. For now the friends fall into line as quickly as you may, for this mother's glance at my command to steal your hearts away.
Benjamin Moore lived from 1799 to 1863. He came from a prominent family in the USA, and his father, Benjamin Moore, was the Bishop of New York, who was famous for officiating at the inauguration of George Washington as President of the United States of America. A visit from St. Nicholas, also known as The Night Before Christmas and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, from its first line, is a poem first published anonymously in 1823, and later attributed to Clement Clark Moore, who acknowledged authorship in 1837. The tradition of reading 'Twas the Night Before Christmas poem on Christmas Eve is now a worldwide tradition. Enjoy.
The Night Before Christmas by Clement Clark Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Stockings along by a summer look here, and hope that St. Nicholas soon will be there.
The children were nesting, all snug were their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in a kerchief and I in a cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there was such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter.
Away to the window, I flew like a flash, to open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to the objects below. When what to my wondering eye shall appear, a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
With a long-nosed driver, so lively and quick, I knew your moment it must be safe thick. Were rabbits and eagles as close as they came, and I whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Runner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash we all.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, as they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the rooftop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too.
And then in a twinkling I heard in the roof the prancing and pawing at each little hoof. As I drew my hand was turning around in the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bow. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
His eyes had a twinkle, his dimples and merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. A stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed, like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I'd nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to work, and filled all his stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he sprang to his sleigh to his team giggles.
And away they all flew, like the down of a thistle, but I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, he's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.
coming. I can assure you the boys put in some serious work to that there. So well done to the boys. Well done to you for the work at home, and especially well done to Helen down there for putting the show and the performance together. Thanks a lot, everybody. Encore.